Hello students, welcome at Educare. This is Vinod Bihani, and in this session today we are going to see important topic, that is catalysis and the role of catalysts. What is mean by catalyst? When they are used, why they are used, how they are used, what is the requirement, that we'll see. First we'll see about the reaction, how it produces, that called as reactant gives product. Everybody know the substances, for example here A plus B gives C plus D, then we know that A and B, those reacting substances are called as reactants, and those getting the new substances after the reaction or as a result of reaction, they are called as products. Remember, there are two forces acting, that called as driving and opposing forces. When reaction gives such reactant to product, there is driving force which is in the direction, forward direction, that gives reactant to product. At the same time, there is opposing force which not easily allows or which opposes this change, that is reactant to product. So these are the two forces. Remember, driving force, there is more, that's why the reaction occurs easily. Then the next term called activation energy, very important concept in the chemistry about activation energy. Remember, it is not directly easy to get convert reactant to product. So there is if reactant, there is product, and the reaction if start, that requires some energy to get it, called as activation energy, denoted by EA. Every substance that requires some energy for that getting converted into product, that minimum amount of energy for conversion reactants into product, and there is a term called as activated complex. Activated complex is that high energetic state between reactants and products, that compulsory, and the energy required to form that complex is called activation energy. Means you come to know now that reactant to product proceed through energy called activated energy or activation energy. Then we already know rate of reaction. It is the change in concentration of reacting substances per unit time. Now we deal with types of catalysis. Homogeneous and heterogeneous. There are two types of catalysis. Remember, if the reacting substances means reactants and the catalyst used, if they have same phase, means same physical state, then it is called as homogeneous catalysis. Otherwise, if they have different states, then different phases rather, then that called as heterogeneous catalysis. Now the basic definition of catalyst. Catalyst, as per the previous concept, it is the substance or chemical or reagent that used in the chemical reaction to accelerate, means to increase the rate of reaction without actually entering in the reaction. However, according to modern concept, catalyst may enter in the reaction, however, its purpose is to increase the rate of reaction, and it is not necessary that it will not enter in reaction. It may enter, but it is regenerated after the reaction along with products. Now, how catalyst increases the rate of reaction? We take example, suppose certain reactant gives product and that required 350 joule of energy. This energy is some higher, and that's why it takes suppose 2 hours to complete the reaction. But if the proper catalyst is used, then that may bring down this activation energy suppose to 200 joule, and that will require less time. Suppose it may require 1.5 hours. That means decrease in activation energy decreases the time required to complete the reaction. Automatically that increases the rate of reaction. Now next is selection of catalyst. Remember, a particular reaction required particular catalyst. We'll take example further there, which catalyst that it is used for which kind of reaction. Then transition metals, their compounds and alloys, you know in periodic table, that is S block to the left side, P block to the right side, D block at middle, that called as transition metals, and A blocks at bottom. Is it that? So these D block, these transition metals, their compounds, their alloys, for example platinum, for example copper, for example mercury, these compound, nickel, molybdenum, then manganese, these are the famous catalysts and their compounds and alloys, they are used in the chemistry as the catalyst. Biological catalysts, they are the enzymes. Enzymes are biological catalysts. In human body, there are a lot of processes occur. For example, there is digestion. In the digestion of different food that we take in diet required different time for digestion, but there are catalysts, biological catalysts in human body. Those are called enzymes that decreases the activation energy, increases the rate of reaction, means the digestion rate, for example. And we'll take now some different example to know how we can use catalyst to get some product. Everybody know there are fats of the liquid and solid state. Fats, these are the chemical substances. They are, if liquid, that oils, and solid state, they are fats. That is, fats, in fact they are called fats or lipids. Lipids, they are of fats types of solids, and the liquid types, they are called as oils. We take example here, the liquid vegetable oil, that is edible oil, that called edible oil, or it is vegetable oil. For example, groundnut oil, for example, soybean oil, for example, it is that coconut oil. And when it is undergoes hydrogenation by addition of hydrogen in presence of nickel catalyst, then we get solid fat in terms of what called as vegetable ghee, which is in common language called as dalda ghee. And that is the example here, how we get vegetable ghee by using nickel as catalyst. Or I give another example, in organic reactions there, most of the time we use Raney nickel as catalyst during the reduction chemical reaction. So that is a brief idea about the catalysis and catalyst. Thanks.